That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. 59. Fair.
Greer on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go. Check 5. Crunch. Go.
Back to the air. Greer on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Mike, check. Look at me. Go. Check, nickel.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Ryan. He's going to loft one. He's got a man. Complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now it's Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, That's what all the guys are looking for.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Now a first down throw. Greer looking here for Smith. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This is Freeman on first and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, check.
On second down now, it's Freeman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Ryan. Here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On second down, here's Greer. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Hey, watch your leg.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
That's it, baby. We got one. At their own 31-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Ryan. set up the screen for Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Down. Ready. Wait, 25. I got you. 22. 55. 25.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. 3rd down here.
Ready, get ready. Get ready. All day, every day. Ready, set.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On play action, Greer to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Abdullah. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, I'm coming. Hey, Zoo. 45 to go.
Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Yep. Hey, check Mike 45. Hey, wahoo.
Here's Greer now on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." He said, "Dude, you watched a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A give. This is Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone to.
And Freeman lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run with Cook. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision.
Here we go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Hey, 4 down.
Cook following the penalty. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
25.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Ryan. here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board.
Flushed out right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
Check. Wide. Check 45 to Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. 3rd quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
54 Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. 58. Hey, check.
From the 24, Ryan throwing the out route and complete. That's Hardy. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Good track. Hey, alert 3.
On 1st down, Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Back 25. Check 55 to Mike. Wild Bill. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Let's get off the field. Twist. 6-6. Pull it high. Set. Check 24. Watch out.
Freeman again. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
45's the mark.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins over the middle, complete. It's Cook. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. On the carry, it's Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Watch the pass. Yellow. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Gun. Watch the ball. 300. 45 to Mike. Man, I got you. 45 to Mike.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Gun. On the rep. Let's go right here. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, Foxtrot. 45 to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins voids the target, and he has it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Draw play. Cousins to Cook. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he loses the football a second time. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
On 1st down, it's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Bruce Carter. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he comes back with one complete. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing again, Ryan. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Crunch time, defense. Let's go.
Throwing again, Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Ryan, and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
doesn't feel right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
I'm scared. Watch 14. Watch 14.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
2nd and 6. At the 40-yard line.
Check 99.
Throwing here, Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
180. 382. 50. Watch the twins. Hey, flipper. Leave it. Bring up 48.
They go play action. Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
We got 4. 45. Hey, exit. 45. I can't believe they let you play.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
What we got?
Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Following the interception, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the book.